Nobody tells you this, but you do things every day that you don't even fully understand. You walk while talking on the phone, forget ideas out of nowhere, miss a step you already know, shake your head as if to reset your brain, and go on with your life thinking that this is normal. But what if these behaviors weren't random? What if they were silent warning signs that psychology hasn't yet been able to fully explain? Most people ignore these silent symptoms, dismissing them as distraction, tiredness, or all in their head. But the body doesn't waste energy unnecessarily. When he repeats strange patterns, it's a sign that his body is telling him something important, and almost no one is listening. The problem is that when you don't notice the early warning signs, they progress, and what was once small becomes mental confusion, poor decisions, and a constant feeling of being on autopilot. In this video, you'll discover universal human behaviors that everyone has, but almost no one understands. You will learn to identify early symptoms, recognize hidden symptoms, and interpret bodily signals before they turn into bigger problems. If you've ever felt like your mind is doing things that don't make sense, stick around until the end, because understanding these patterns can change how you perceive yourself and how you live. Pacing and gesturing on the phone. He observes that when answering the phone, many people start pacing back and forth and gesturing wildly, as if the other person could see them. It's no coincidence. These are signals from the body trying to organize thought in real time. These movements become silent signs of mild anxiety, almost always hidden symptoms that go unnoticed. The body reacts before the mind, releasing early warning signals that demand attention. When this becomes the norm, silent symptoms of mental fatigue appear. Don't ignore these warning signs. They say more than they seem. These are signs that your body is telling you that something needs to be adjusted. As a mentor, he suggests a simple and practical test. On your next connection, sit down, put your feet on the ground, and reduce your gestures. Watch out for early signs of restlessness, symptoms that you shouldn't ignore. If the body insists on walking, it is one of the early warning signs of overstimulation. A good practice is to take a deep breath for 10 seconds before speaking. This helps to calm hidden symptoms and organize thoughts. It's the body asking for a break through these silent signals. He often jokes that the body speaks loudly when the mind tries to feign control. These gestures on the phone are warning signs of everyday overload. Early detection prevents silent symptoms from becoming bigger problems. Don't ignore it when your body's signals repeat themselves day after day. These are signs that your body is telling you that your mind is wandering. By slowing down the body, thoughts begin to align. And then, curiously, something strange begins to happen with the ideas. Thought evaporation. He realizes that the idea was there, clear, almost tangible, and suddenly it vanished. This sudden blank isn't a lack of intelligence. It's one of the most common silent symptoms of the modern mind. Psychology views this as early warning signs of overstimulation. Thoughts evaporate because the brain tries to protect itself from the volume of information. These are signals from the body acting behind the scenes, even if the person doesn't notice them. Many people dismiss this as a silly distraction, but these are hidden symptoms. Don't ignore these silent signs. They warn you before a mental breakdown. As a mentor, he often gives a simple, real-life example. The person is saying something important and in the middle of the sentence loses their train of thought. This is one of the initial symptoms that almost no one takes seriously. The brain switches off for microseconds as an automatic defense mechanism. These are signs your body is telling you you're demanding too much of yourself. A practical technique is to write down keywords throughout the day. This reduces symptoms that you shouldn't ignore related to mental overload. He teaches that when thought evaporates, it's not the time to force it. Forcing it only intensifies internal warning signs. Ideally, you should pause, drink water, and look at something in the distance for 30 seconds. This simple gesture calms silent symptoms and reorganizes the mind. Those who heed these early warning signs think more clearly. Ignoring mistakes leads to increasingly frequent lapses. And interestingly, these lapses often appear in everyday physical things as well. The stair miscalculation. He notices that the person knows the staircase, has climbed it hundreds of times, and yet still misses the last step. This slight stumble is more common than it seems and carries important warning signs. It's not a lack of coordination, it's a silent symptom of fragmented attention. The mind has already arrived at its destination, but the body is still on the way. This imbalance reveals signs from the body asking for attention. Many laugh at the mistake, but these are hidden symptoms of mental overload. Don't ignore these early warning signs. They accumulate. As a mentor, he often says that the body never makes mistakes for no reason. Making a mistake on the step is one of the most honest early symptoms of chronic distraction. The person is thinking about 1,000 things, but not about the present moment. This is a classic example of signals your body is telling you, slow down. A simple practice is to go downstairs while consciously looking at your feet. It may sound silly, but it reduces symptoms that you shouldn't ignore. It's presence training disguised as routine. He explains that when these missteps become frequent, something deserves attention. These are silent signs that the mind lives in the future or in the past. Ignoring this can lead to bigger mistakes, not only physical but also emotional. The body starts to speak louder when it is not heard. These warning signs first appear as small oversights. Those who learn to read them early gain clarity and balance. And interestingly, this same distraction also appears in the way the mind talks to itself. The third-person narrator voice. He realizes that at certain times the person starts talking to themselves as if they were narrating a movie. He was wrong. She should have done things differently, all in the third person. This may seem harmless, but these are early warning signs of emotional detachment. The mind creates a narrator to try to organize the internal chaos. These are signals from the body and psyche seeking protection. Many people don't even notice, but these are silent symptoms that emerge under pressure. Don't ignore these silent signs. They appear when something is too much. As a mentor, he explains that this narrator emerges when internal judgment grows. It is one of the initial symptoms of excessive self-criticism. A person observes themselves from the outside so as not to feel what's inside. These are signs that your body is telling you there is accumulated tension. A simple practice is to consciously replace the third person with the first person. Saying "I am tired" instead of "he is tired" reduces hidden symptoms. It's a small but powerful adjustment. He often says that the mind creates distance before it creates clarity. When the narrator appears frequently, it's a warning sign of emotional distress. Ignoring this makes the internal dialogue become more rigid and automatic. These symptoms, which you shouldn't ignore, affect your decisions and self-esteem. The body feels before reason understands. When you reconnect with your own voice, something subtly changes. And often, along with that voice, an unexpected soundtrack also emerges in your head. The unsolicited internal soundtrack. He observes that, out of nowhere, a song starts playing in the person's head, without invitation, without warning, like an internal radio that turns on by itself. It may seem strange, but these are silent signals from the brain seeking emotional regulation. The mind uses familiar sounds as an anchor when hidden symptoms of tension arise. These episodes are early warning signs that few people take seriously. Don't ignore these bodily signals. They appear at intervals throughout the day. These are signs that your body is telling you that something needs internal adjustment. As a mentor, He explains that this soundtrack appears more often during moments of mild stress. It is one of the most common early symptoms of an overwhelmed mind. Music fills the space where silence might be unsettling. These are symptoms that you shouldn't ignore, even if they seem trivial. A helpful practice is to replace automatic music with conscious silence. Just pause for a minute and pay attention to your breathing. This reduces silent symptoms and increases mental clarity. He often jokes that the brain hates emptiness, so it fills it with sound. When this becomes constant, it's a warning sign of subtle emotional escapism. Ignoring it makes the internal noise become the norm. The body's signals begin subtly before growing. Understanding this soundtrack is about regaining control over your attention. And when attention returns, something curious emerges. Sometimes, along with this silence, comes a strange urge to mess up what was perfect. The urge to mess up perfection. He notices that when everything is going well, a strange urge to mess things up arises. It's not conscious sabotage. These are silent signals from the mind reacting to excessive control. Continuous pursuit of perfection generates tension, and the body responds with early warning signs. It's as if something inside is saying, "This is too good to be true." These impulses are hidden symptoms that go unnoticed. Many people blame themselves, but these are signs from the body asking for flexibility. Don't ignore these symptoms. You shouldn't ignore them. As a mentor, he explains with an everyday example. The person organizes everything, schedules everything in order, has a productive day, and then decides to procrastinate out of nowhere. This is one of the early symptoms of mental rigidity. The body creates the error to relieve invisible pressure. These are signs that your body is telling you that rest is also a strategy. A helpful practice is to plan intentional breaks. This reduces warning signs linked to perfectionism. He teaches that the mind needs room to breathe. When there is no space, these silent signs of inner rebellion emerge. Ignoring this allows the mistake to grow and turn into actual self-sabotage. The hidden symptoms begin small, almost playfully. Realizing it early changes the game completely. And when that tension begins to ease, something curious happens. The body makes an automatic, almost involuntary gesture, as if pressing a reset button. The mental reset head shake. He notices that quick, almost imperceptible head movement, like someone trying to shake off a bad thought. This automatic gesture is one of the most interesting silent signals the body can give. It's not a strange habit. These are early warning signs of temporary mental overload. The brain tries to clear the screen when an intrusive thought arises. These movements appear as hidden symptoms on busier days. Few people realize it, but these are signs of the body in action. Don't ignore these warning signs. They serve a purpose. As a mentor, he explains that the body seeks a reset before collapsing. This gesture is one of the initial symptoms of psychic self-correction. The mind tries to break free from a negative loop without conscious effort. These are signs that your body is telling you, this isn't working. A simple practice is to replace the gesture with a deep, slow breath. Inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6, and this action reduces silent symptoms. It's like intentionally pressing a reset button. He often says that the body always tries to help first. When this behavior is repeated frequently, symptoms may arise that you should not ignore. Ignoring small resets turns them into accumulated exhaustion. These bodily signals appear before the mind verbalizes the problem. Those who learn to notice these details gain an emotional advantage. And when the mind can no longer organize on its own, it starts functioning in a strange way, almost like in dreams. Nightmare logic. He realizes that at certain moments of fatigue, his mind begins to function as if in a strange dream. Ideas connect without clear logic, decisions seem confused, and everything becomes somewhat hazy. This isn't imagination. These are silent signs of cognitive exhaustion. The brain enters economy mode when it ignores early warning signs for too long. Logic breaks down because mental energy has run out. These are hidden symptoms that appear before actual burnout. Don't ignore these signals from your body. They are clear warnings. As a mentor, he explains that this state appears when a person insists on following autopilot. These are early symptoms that the mind has lost touch with the present. A person starts a task and forgets why they started it. These are signs that your body is telling you that rest has become a necessity, not a luxury. One practical action is to stop everything for 15 minutes without any stimuli. No cell phones, no music, just silence. This reduces symptoms that you shouldn't ignore related to mental overload. He often says that strange dreams during the day are requests for a break. When logic turns to confusion, it's a clear warning sign that a limit has been crossed. Ignoring this causes the body to demand payment later and even more severely. These silent symptoms first appear subtly. Those who learn to recognize them avoid bad decisions and emotional strain. The mind needs order to function well. And when these patterns repeat themselves, something bigger begins to be revealed about human behavior. Now, if you've made it this far, there's something that needs to be said bluntly. You didn't just see random trivia, you just learned to read warning signs that most people spend their entire lives ignoring. These strange gestures, these slips of the tongue, these automatic reactions are not defects. These are signals from the body, silent signals, early warning signs trying to protect you before something gets out of control. The problem was never about not feeling. The problem has always been failing to interpret the silent symptoms when they were still in their initial stages. Now the question is direct and uncomfortable. How many signals your body is giving you are you still going to pretend not to see? How many hidden symptoms will you normalize until they turn into exhaustion, confusion, or poor decisions? Because one thing is certain, symptoms you shouldn't ignore don't disappear. They escalate. And those who learn to recognize the warning signs early gain something rare: clarity, self-control, and an emotional advantage. If this video made you recognize yourself in at least one of these behaviors, then this channel is for you. Here, you will learn to identify silent signals, understand the human mind, and decipher patterns that almost no one teaches. So subscribe now and turn on notifications, because the next videos will delve deeper into exactly what your body already knows. But that's something your mind is only just beginning to understand. Now tell me in the comments, which of these signs do you experience most often today? And which one have you decided not to ignore from now on?